All right, everybody, welcome back. We are back off of that first game, Kickfleep Eclipse 7-3 victory for the Kickfleep side. And apologies for the short intro, but we are in the server for our second game, Kickfleep, and this time we are not sponsored by Red Bull. They're not. Joined by Boxy again. Welcome. Good to share the desk with you.
Oh, thank you, thank you. It is
Yes.
our first time, right? It is our
Yeah.
it is our first time cast. I think
No,
it's
this is
been
like
going really well. Yeah.
no, this is like my second time casting, I think, and then first time I've
Well,
casted with you, so good to
from
be here. Good to be here. Much fun. It's a different perspective, you know.
from what I heard, the crowds love you, so keep at it.
Oh, you.
Aw,
Ah.
we made him blush.
Anyways, we are in the server, like we mentioned, Operation Grand Hawk, first round of this game. Um, what do I call them? Do I call them not sponsored? Do I call them Red Bull? Like, are lawyers gonna come after us if we say
I
that
don't
over
know.
and over again?
I just chugged Red Bull, so I don't know. I'm not biased or anything, but I do have Red Bull coursing through my veins. I'm also not sponsored by
Oh,
Red Bull, by the way. So
is that your game pick?
that's
Is it the
no,
bias? Is
no.
this a Red Bull victory?
No, I don't think there's enough Red Bull in a single can that would make me, this biased. I think it's still Kickflip. We've seen them come out swinging pretty strong in game one against Eclipse, and Eclipse are higher on the scoreboard than not sponsored by Red Bull at the moment.
Hmm.
So again, just you gotta go with Kickflip here. If
Yeah.
somehow, some way, Red Bull, they come out and I don't know, pull off the hugest upset of lower league so far, I'll be very happy, but I don't think that's happening. Again, kickflip is, or you vote if you like channel points.
Right. Sometimes the move is you vote for the person who thinks gonna lose, and then by the end of the stream, you got like 20,000 channel points. But if you
I
voted
don't
for
think
Red
it's
Bull, I
as
don't know
much
if that's
as
gonna
much
happen
as
here today
yeah.
because Kickfleep is kind of on a hot streak here, coming up through looks like a 5 beach for their first attack plan in the game. Um, Definitely kind of a bold move, but I think that might be their downfall because I have seen the players of Kickflip play this exact style lots of times. They have this defense down pat, lots of rounds going down range. Infinity already taken down by Revenant, and that is not a good start for this attack because they are one angle faced by 4 different crossfires here.
Yep, Flogel though ran out of bullets again on his pistol, but that doesn't even matter as Voxel gets one, Rev with another one. It's all up to races, and the Clutch just went out with the tar. He finds one, but he's getting lit up from 3 different directions. Still a flash in his pocket. He's going to use just that, but there's no getting out of there, which is a shame because, well, look at that. They also brought the NVGs. Oh, but he actually gets Zombie taken out by Rev, who pushed up though, and that is round number 1 going to Kickflip. And the NVGs are there for the taking, which, again, it's a shame, I feel like.
Yeah, no, we see Revenant picking him up. I believe Voxel may already have a pair on his head, but or maybe not. But that tile especially, I was wanting to comment on that, just didn't have enough time. Is that's one of those tiles where when you see a full 5 green push come out of that from the attacking side, you just think that's not gonna work. I mean, that's just one of those maps where again, it's just one of those super tall kill domes where defenders can just set up so many crossfire angles and just so many funnels that the attackers have to get through. And they got a lot of smokes down in their credit to hopefully make that their lives a little bit easier going through the water there, but there's just too many bullets coming at them from too many angles. They can't close that out, and the trades will ultimately go to Kickfleep for a round up in the game here. So moving on, Lotus Eater, another kill though. Or another kill house, I mean. Love kill
Yeah,
house.
you love Kill House? Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. I just like I think that a lot of the closer quarters maps can be like a little hectic, but I think having I mean engagements like this, I love these kind of courtyards where you have so many ways to set up as a defender and kind of move around the map and know that you can take a peek at like hull or you can take a peek from across here into reception door. There's just a lot of weird engagements that you can have on Kill House, and especially like through patio windows. So many windows looking outside the map. Super fun. Um, Looking like they're going for a 3-2 into that hull. Gotta watch out for those windows here on that take because they're already calling that out on the attacker's side.
I definitely want to see what happens with that one. Yep. And this
Yeah.
is one of those bigger kill houses that I always whenever I cast DP battle, I always rant about this, but I'm just not a huge fan of these big kill houses. I know they
Mhm.
used to be a thing way back when, especially with those lumber yards that is absent here
Yes.
actually. But when I came into the game, kill house was one of those very small, close quarters, twist and turn, wallbang maps, and that's how I kind of got used to it. About what 6, 7 months ago now, and
Mm.
it's straying away from that again, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. I miss how it was when I first joined. Other
Mhm.
maps like Sea Store, we've discussed it before. Dome, we've discussed it before. Bank, we've discussed it before. And Game One, I don't mind any of those kind of changing on what they were, but I really don't like where Kill House is heading from what I see.
No, that
Back to the
totally
round
makes
though.
sense.
Revenant, he will get the entry. It's Infinity falling first 2 rounds in a row now. So something will need to change when we get round 3, whenever that may be. But the attackers, they're trying to enter the building. They're getting zoned off by the defenders. Kisho there working pretty strongly. Flogel with the auto. He's seen him pull quite a few nice shots today, and maybe this is another one of his rounds. But now at least reception control has been given and granted to the attackers. It'll push hole now. But again, it's Kisho and Flogel both playing there, so they're going to have a hard time actually getting the control that they need there.
Oh, wow. No, Adaxi's already in, though, and Homestuck is close behind him. I don't know if Fogel might catch him off guard here. He's still behind them. They have no idea. He's flashed. He's going to look up, and he's got to get this kill onto Adaxi. He does.
Oh no. Oh
Oh,
no.
no. Huge
Oh.
misstep not checking that corner in Hall, and now it's a 2v4. Huge misstep from the side of Red Bull, and now they're in an uphill battle here to stay alive in this round. Lots of pressure coming from them, from their the lockers position there. Lots of wallbangs. It's going to be a tough one for them to come back from. Molly's out. Looks like they... Okay, get the pick on the Flogel. Now equalize a little bit, 3v2, but again, it's going to be a hard battle to win these trades, especially from those positions they're holding, but Voxel taken down, and they have the bomb.
No. 30 seconds left. It's an AK and a Gruber trying to clutch this one up. 2v2 there with the first one. Falls off to racism. But nope. It's going to be Revenant cleaning this one up. And it was way closer than it should have been there for Kickfleep. It was too close for comfort even. And with, how well they've started off, how well they held it. They got the entry pick, then Kisho and Flogel, I believe it was, they held it off really nicely, and it just didn't end up closing that way. It was a 2v2, the bomb was being tapped, the defense was scrambling around for control. So, again, not the hugest fan, but on the bright side, 2 rounds in, we haven't seen any team kills yet, so I guess we are improving.
This is very true. It's a nice change from last game. And we look at the stats, we see Revenant 480 damage, but 6 kills in the second round of this game. Definitely getting a lot of high impact closing kills when his teammates doing a lot of damage and setting him up. I mean, this is where Revenant thrives, and where I've seen him kind of pick up a lot of slack for the teams that he's played on is playing in back spots where they've already taken fights, taking a long angle where you know that you can play a crossfire with a teammate, or just play simpatico with someone on your team around the map, and knowing that you can set up a blockade for the attackers and just holding them off the best you can. He does that very well with big AKs, Ingmars, and 6 kills to show for it this game so far in the second round is huge for them. But moving on, Operation Halt Thrust. Some weird names today, but
That's hot.
also there's some drawings happening here. We got a server of artists. I like that.
Yeah, well,
It's Tommy.
Oh, it is Tommy.
It's Tommy's.
Hey, Tommy. Tommy time. Okay.
Oh man. What a bunch
Well,
of jokesters.
okay, so we were speaking about this before. It's Mother's Day. What did you get your mother? Did you give her a hug yet and a kiss?
My gift to my mother is me existing.
Oh, well, that was about as humble as I expected to be from you.
Thanks, Mom. I appreciate it. Yeah,
God.
living's pretty cool. So thanks for that. How about you, Boxy?
Well, it's
You,
not
have
Mother's Day here.
have you done pondering on that with the U.S. holiday?
No, my Mother's Day was like 2 months ago, and I got her
Crazy.
this very expensive box of chocolates.
Nice, dude. The U.S. We're slacking as per usual. Why couldn't we have had that 2 months ago?
Yeah, I don't
It's
know.
crazy.
We have
Anyways,
Women's Day and Mother's Day like
Mhm.
2 weeks apart though, so March is kind of hard in my wallet.
Oh no. Hey
Yeah.
man, it's worth it. You gotta show some
Uh,
gratitude, right?
I spend all of my DPL bucks, so it's all good.
Anyways, we were just talking about this off stream. We're seeing the same strat come out of Kickfleep here on the bank defense where they set up. There's probably going to be 4 mollies total there. The defense, they're going to be set up in positions where they can do early damage, force fights against the attackers there, barbed wire set up on that vault door, and all they have to do is do enough damage to make Revenant's life easier and just lobbing one by one molly into that barbed wire. I think this is going to be the same situation as before. I think we're going to see Kickfleep throttle at the vault. It should be fun to see.
Oh, there you go. Kai showing the auto this time out. He gets 2 before eventually being neutralized. But, well, his job here is done. Kisho, though, with the mop now and the get in hand, he is in a pretty tough spot to take those engagements, but he's still going to go for it. And he looks the wrong way, if I'm not mistaken. Voxel, though, he finds Infinity, and Flogel with it. Actually, his first. I thought he got a kill before. No, it's his first in the round. Taking out Homestuck as well. It's all up to Ritorsky, and he's not going to last long. Kaisho finds him with the get, and that's all she wrote, really. 3-0 currently.
Wow. Yeah. What a decisive split here to start off this game from Kickfleep. And we didn't even see this late game vault play come into fruition there for them. It was just they had a good plan getting in the building with that wall charge, getting up to the button, but the Kickfleep just on them so quickly that every ounce of momentum that they had was just stopped. They got the door back closed again, sealing Revenant off there, ready with his mollies. He just couldn't get further into the map, and it was just kill after kill, and Kickfleet taking it again. But swapping sides, Red Bull does have the opportunity to take the momentum back, reset a little bit, give your mental a little rest, and come at this new split on your defending side with some good setups. Hopefully throttle Kickfleep here. So let's see what they can do. Operation Grand Hawk.
Well,
That breach utility coming out onto the obs, something that, Red Bull was very sorely lacking on their take, and it looks like it's something that Kickfleep already taking into account, already improving on from that plan, and I think that's the way to go.
yeah. I mean, you live and you learn, right? And I say this in Rainbow Six when casting that a lot. The good teams often they're not the ones that come, prepared. They're not the ones that have the best fraggers. They're the ones that can adapt on the fly. They're the ones that, between the rounds they can go, okay, guys, what went wrong there? What can we fix going into the next round to win it? And you usually see those kinds of teams coming out on top, even if on paper they're, the worst team. If you're adaptable in an FPS game, in any competitive game, really, you just have a huge advantage going into any situation.
No kidding. And already seeing that adaptability come into play from Kickfleep here, especially in the last couple of rounds, just being able to move on the fly in the round, stick to their plan, but change it up where need be. And we may see. It'll be interesting to see. I can't tell if Kickfleep is designating any pressure to Beach, potentially playing with a Saber on the hands of Kicho. I can't tell. But this breach onto that observation is going to have to be quick. I mean, you can see a lot of angles pinged out by the attackers. You can see an angle here that could be played as kind of a nasty crossfire into that ob. So seeing how they take this, they're going to have to count for those long angles, going to have to make sure they're clearing out fully the observation and the surrounding area outside to make sure they got no cheeky, sneaky corner campers taking them out on our entry. But breach goes off, molly out, and they are waiting outside. Oh, Racism taking a swing, doing a lot of damage actually on the zombie and voxel, and that's not a great start for a Kickfleep here.
Yeah, but it is a great start for. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on the name here. It's a good start for Red Bull here. That's what I was gonna say. Anyways, the lights have been pulled. The NVGs have been brought. Revenant firing out a few bullets, but not really connecting or at least dishing out much damage. There's also a mod that has been deployed at the top of jungle, and there's still so much time for the attackers to play with, but they have no utility in their pockets. Kisho finds one, but immediately falls. It was actually a trade, so Kisho got Infinity, but Infinity got Kisho. That's not something you see every day. Revenant will find Ritorsky, though, And Racism, he's gonna be the next one of contention. He's playing below with the AK, running out of bullets now and has to reload. He has a flare there helping him out. Regardless, though, the mob in a pretty bad spot. They're gonna get pushed out, but LS in hand now. Can they make it work? Oh my god, Homestuck looking in the wrong direction. Zombie finds one, Flogel with another one, and then Rev with a third one. And again, it was a very evened out round in the beginning, and then somehow, some way, Kickfleep, they found a small, tiny opening, a crack in Red Bull's defenses, and they just, you know, sprinted in, exploded, overwhelmed the defense, and got the dub very, very convincingly.
Yeah, I mean, I was worried seeing them kind of clumped up around this observation door for so long. I saw, you know, all of them with nades out, worrying, oh, well, they could run out, they could back out and play those long angles and throttle them out, but we saw two players from Kickfleep after that initial breach, go back through with the Saber, Saber in tow, watching those long angles, getting that important trade onto the mop, it seems, from Infinity. And that was a very, very necessary division of pressure going through that green door to make sure they don't get stuck at that observation was my one worry for them going into that round. And they definitely took that into account, called an audible, or maybe it was part of the plan to be 5 obs, who knows. But at the end of the day, they, you know, divided their forces, made sure they had enough angles downrange to get the obs team out, and they pulled that off very well. So 4-0, early lead. No signs of really stopping here from Kickfleep going into Operation Lotus Eater. Another cool name.
Lotus Eater, that's, well, I don't know.
Maybe doesn't bode well for a particular lower league team today.
But... yeah, but that particular lower league team, they are the top lower league team at the moment on standings, if I'm not mistaken. So there hasn't really been anyone in lower league, at least, that could be dubbed the Lotus Eater just yet. But then again, we still have a few weeks to go before lower league wraps up. So, you know, never say never. Though again, from what I've seen, I do think that Lotus will kind of end up placing quite high on the leaderboard. Back to the kill house.
Lotus and Kickfleep. No, it's all right. Lotus and Kickfleep, I'd imagine, are probably going to be. I can't recall the exact terms of relegations this year, but I think those are probably our two highest bidders to get into those relegation spots and make it into the upper league if they so choose. Because I remember we had some upper league, lower league decisions happening this season, but definitely those are your two, I think, teams best to watch this season, just in terms of how competitive they are with one another. But again, onto this kill house. Looking for, looks like on the side of Kickfleep, a late door breach into lockers on that green door kitchen. That is a bold play, I think, and one that might actually work in their favor. A lot of the times you see those kind of green doors, the defense can just post up mollies ready for when they hear that shotgun, or and they barb it, but the door charge is there too. So they're going to be looking to have an explosive entry through that reception in on the kitchen, and whether or not they get throttled in this lockers is going to have to depend on how fast that execute comes off of that door charge. It's a bold play in that kitchen.
Kickfleep right now, they have a lot of leeway for these wackier plans, out-of-pocket plans, you know. First of all, they're 4 rounds up, and second of all, they're the huge favorites in terms of just, you know, experience and just how they've played in general in lower league. So I think even if their plan is wacky and if they run with it, they still have the gun skill, the game sense to back it up and still salvage it, even if it doesn't work as intended. And I could be wrong, obviously, but I just feel like they can kind of afford doing some unorthodox stuff and still making it work. Because look at that, they're just cleaning them up. Red Bull's just falling one by one. Zombie gets one first, Vogel follows up with a second one, and it's a 3v5 before most of the defenders have even seen anyone. Flash is now coming out, and there we go. That's going to be the breach that you were speaking about. The barb is going to get destroyed in just a few seconds. Racism, he is playing right behind there with the neck, and he's going to get a few shots off, maybe even find one, but that's it. He's flashed. Now he'll get killed any second. Vogel will be the one to take him out. Voxel with one as well, but Lyubov, he found 2 kills. He needs to make it 2 more if he wants to clutch this one. He makes it 3. Can he make it 4? Voxel and Lyubov. Bowen low HP, but Lyubov, he has the AK in hand. Molly will also help him out as Voxel now has to push him. They know where they are, but Voxel, he shuts him down, and he makes sure that Red Bull doesn't even get 1 round in the first 5 of this best of 1.
Wow. I mean, great effort from, I believe that's actually a Daxi, the Liu Bov name.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe.
I don't.
I've spoke with him in some guy. I think that's who that is.
God damn it.
We know Adaxi. He's a good player. He's been around for a while. Definitely sticking it up for his team there, getting those kills. But at the end of the day, I was waiting for that flash to come out from Voxel, but it looks like he was just probably, trying to play against Adax's expectations there. Playing safe in the corner, waiting for a flash to swing out, but going in dry, taking that swing. Pretty close round there, actually. Very much equalized from Adaxi's kills, but at the end of the day, again, Kickfleep just managing to, even when they're looking a little bit down and out, being able to recover and get those closing kills, and they've done it again for a 5-0.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Red Bull, they need to change something. Kickfleep, they just seem out of their league so far. We're 5 rounds in, and all 5 they have been won by Kickfleep. We haven't seen any real responses up until maybe last round from
Mm,
Red Bull. It wasn't like a bunch of crazy clutches by Kickfleep. It was always I don't know, a 3v1 in the end, a 4v1 even. It didn't really get close until last one. When it was almost a 1v3 clutch, a 1v4 clutch actually, I want to say. Um, so I don't know. It just doesn't seem like Red Bull are up to the task. And I don't
hmm
want to, down talk or downplay a team. But again, when you're 5 rounds down in a best of one, there's very likely no coming back.
You gotta either step up or it's over for you. And we've actually seen, I mean, the damage isn't too far off from both teams. It's just kind of Kickfleet, having those impact plays where they really count and win them, win them these rounds, and that's where they're, coming out on top. Is there's a lot of even kills that we've seen, a lot of pretty equal trades throughout these rounds, but when it counts, Kickfleet are definitely stepping up more than Red Bull are, and that's just getting them this decisive, I mean, landslide so far. But maybe a chance to flip that over on its head onto the bank. Um, I got a Steam notification. I can't see the map name. Halt Thrust. Another
What is
another
it with
wacky. Yeah,
thrusters today? We thrusting,
yeah. There
man.
was a thrust earlier. Yeah. So map. The map name generator is a little wacky today, but it's neither here nor there. Not the focus for right now. The focus is a Saber going into a bank round out of a green door push with a wall charge. So I'm a little confused as to what about is gonna happen, and I don't know if I'm ready for it.
Well, I'm not sure Red Bull are ready for it either, but I guess only time will tell. Racism, he's playing Red Bull events with the auto, which is a very daring thing to do, especially considering there's another set of vents in the upper part of that alone, so he'd be in a crossfire either way, but he falls off. Realize he has too much to live for, including an auto shot and 2 mollies in pocket, so I guess that's the smart thing to do. I'm not sure exactly what he has but well, they have loans control now as Flogel gets the entry onto Grid Torski. I'm pretty sure I just butchered that, but it is what it is.
Yeah, okay, so a wall charge goes out. I'm curious to see how this is going to unfold here. The wall charge through Teller may give them an angle into Vault to help their players get into it in late game, and that may very well be the strat here. But Homestuck peeking with that knack and gets Voxel.
Oh no!
Traded immediately by Zombie with that shotgun. We've seen him go huge with that DL so far this game. It's got to go up against Racism on that auto next.
Wait.
Molly, he's safe. Super
Wait,
close to Zombie, barely survives.
Daxi literally looked at someone and sprinted away, didn't react. What is happening? That they've been there for quite a while now. I don't know what's going on. Regardless, though, the button has been pressed, and he is now all alone in a 1v4. Can he make it happen again? He was so close last time, but it doesn't look like it's going to line up for him this time. He has to reload. 40 HP. He keeps getting tagged down, flashed as well, and he's just getting demolished. But Zombie, well, he gives us the first team kill of the game, although post round.
Fight to the death.
Yeah,
let's
point,
see.
Though.
No, that seemed to be more of a grudge team kill than a like an end of round tradition, because no one else has killed anyone. Zombie just killing Kicho for some reason. Didn't like him, who knows? But full three round sweep for this split from Kickfleep. some very wacky breaches coming out in the rooms, in the maps late game. I'd be thrown off. There's a lot of weird kind of pacing stuff happening from Kickfleep here, and I think that they know they can do that. Just they're comfortable knowing that they're up. This team's already on the back foot. Let's keep them that way. It's a lot of weird plays coming out, and I like it a lot. But one round away from closing a full 7-0. Not looking good for Red Bull.
It's gonna happen though. Do you think we are seeing a 7-0 up in here today?
I think we are. I
Yeah.
think I think this is going to be a quick one. I
Do
think
you think Kickflip don't even give Red Bull a round for free?
I
'Cause
feel like they're gonna get to this round and they're gonna bring every single charge and breach 3 different angles and bring all of their flash utility. And then they're gonna do
Mm,
some wacky stuff this round. At least I hope. Or some kind of wacky door charge, wall charge combo into the building. But we'll see. We'll see how this pans out. They may just play safe and go for a tried and true take on Operation Urgent Liberty. Um, Looks like they're actually setting up for some pretty long angles through this shed red door. Probably playing with a saber in mind, to being able to look all the way through this blue open door through arcade into that storefront to play some of the long angles here. Maybe unlikely that someone plays in the bottom storefront, but opening up a lot of possibilities for helping the team with a long range gun as your teammates get into the building and get those flashes out. I think this is again. I think there's going to be a decisive win here on this take for Kickfleet.
yeah. Well, not much to it there really, but it would be cool seeing Red Bull at least win one single round, even if it is gifted to them by Kickfleep. And knowing like Zombie, Flogel, Rev even, I wouldn't be surprised if they decide to just hand out one round to Red Bull. But I guess we'll see what ends up happening.
Like a consolation trophy, right? Like you guys showed
Yeah.
up. We'll give you one at least.
Yeah, a 7-1 still looks better than a 7-0.
You know,
Actually, if you get 7-0, you can just say you forfeited and no one will remember you didn't. So
true.
there is
Yeah,
that. There is that. There you go.
one little glimmer of hope for them, but I think this is going to be one of those situations where they just get the game over with, setting up for that shed breach on the red door. Looks like I don't see any kind of long-range weapons, so maybe they were just kind of planning out some longer angles to watch out for, but breach goes out, flashes into the room. We got a Daxi and Racism to deal with in the fridges and storefront angles, but they are funneling out. Shoddy open to the teller.
Okay.
Zombie taking grit. Early entry kill. And it is not going well for the defense of Red Bull here, just being rolled by Kickfleep. And they have
If
control of the bomb room.
if this match ends in the next 60 seconds, I think this will be the shortest due process game that I've ever casted. We've seen 7-0s before, but this one has been really decisive. So let's hope he set a record that way at least. But no, Kaisha finds on Flogel with another one. The bomb is just being tapped. It's being defused. And there we go, 7-0. 29 minutes since we started, if I'm not mistaken. So I do think this was one of the shortest, if not the shortest, DPL match that I've ever personally casted.
Yeah, certainly for me. That was it just seemed like Red Bull, just so outmatched, just so on the back foot that entire game.
Mhm.
Kickfleet running the show the whole time, setting their pace,
Like,
making sure that
look
Red
at
Bull's playing into them, and it's just
look at
over.
the damage distribution. Most people no one on Red Bull, hit 1K. That's understandable with what we've seen in this match.
Mm,
But on Kickfleet, besides Flogel, no one even had the chance to hit 1,000 because it was just over so fast every single round, which is just amazing. But also Flogel popping off. We got to give credit where credit is due. Almost 1,200 damage and 12 kills, which is very poggers of him. Look at that, by the way. Another interesting stat. There was only one time, one out of the 7 times, rounds, whatever, where Kickfleep didn't get the opening kill. It was just Kisho
mm,
dying once early as the first kill, and it was Infinity getting that frag. Other than that, it was every single round starting off with Kickfleep taking the lead. So
mm. Yeah,
I
I mean
guess,
that's
yeah.
just so indicative of them setting the pace every single
Mhm.
round. I mean, it's just from the first maybe 20, 30 seconds of the round, they are telling Red Bull, okay, you're going to be playing into us. We're going to be getting these opening duels. There's nothing you can do about it. Round's over. We're already defusing the bomb. Thanks for coming. And, every single round, one after another, it's just winning those opening fights. And, when it counts, I mean, Kickfleep will get traded out, but when the round's victory depends on it, they're getting those final kills. And that's just something that Red Bull just couldn't do, even on the close rounds that they had. They just couldn't when it counted in very late game. They couldn't just get those closing kills, and Kickfleep did it instead. And here we are with a 7-0 on their side instead of you know, a more competitive scoreline from Red Bull. But well played from both. But Kickfleep is kind of just as we said going into the two matches we've watched. They're just the more experienced team, and the way they play shows for it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that is a good note to leave it on. Again, it was super enjoyable being back here. It was super enjoyable casting this one with you because again, that was our first time doing it together.
Yeah.
So, thank you for that. And we can't forget our main production man Roach. Thank you so much for being here with
Yes.
us as well. Usually it's a two people's job on production, but it's been all you today because you guys overslept again. And yeah,
Oh man.
thank you both so much for pulling up for sharing these moments with us. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, watched the games with us, and we'll catch you next week.
Thanks all. Have a good one. Talk to your moms.